Welcome back to the Upper Tier Podcast, the football podcast we bring you each and every week on the Dynamo Podcast Network. Head over to YouTube, smash that subscribe and bell notification button. Audio versions of the show are available through Spotify, Podbean, Apple iTunes, wherever you pick up audio versions of the show, you will find us there. And if you'd like to contact the show, we're on Facebook and Instagram, the Upper Tier, and on Twitter, as you can see there, at the _upper_ tier. Quick little Carabao Cup review, and a look towards the draw that happened again last night. Let's go through some of the results. Brentford 7, Oldham 0. Absolutely outstanding from Brentford, keeping their continued good form from the start of the season right into the cup as well. Outstanding. Burnley 4, Rochdale 1. Well done to Burnley. Man City 6, Wickham 1. Wickham originally took the lead in that, but Man City, of course, the cream rises to the top, doesn't it, really, in these ties more often than not. Norwich 0, Liverpool 3. Really good game. Liverpool head and shoulders above Norwich in that game. QPR went through on penalties versus Everton. Not good for Everton going out this early in the cup. I'm sure they would have liked a much longer Carabao Cup run. Sheffield United lose on penalties to Southampton. Southampton going through. Watford 1, Stoke 3. One of the shocks of the round. Obviously, Watford going out to Stoke. Fulham lose to Leeds on penalties. Some great penalty shootouts in this round. And Brighton 2, Swansea 0. Arsenal 3, Wimbledon 0. So Arsenal again producing some decent form. Absolutely brilliant from them. Showing a bit of form, especially going into the North London derby this weekend. So pivotal that they had a good win. Chelsea went on penalties to Aston Villa. Interesting there. Millwall 0, Leicester 2. So Leicester going through, and Wolves lost out to Tottenham on penalties. So again, the problems at Wolves continue even in the cup as in the league. Let's talk about the team of the round. Team of the round that was selected was Kelleher in goals for Liverpool. Fantastic penalty save. Reece James at right back. Good off Brentford in centre back position. Hughes from Preston North End accompanying him, and Tsimikas at left back. Moving into the midfield, Mahrez of Man City, Wiza, I think, of Brentford, Foden from Man City, and Minamino, of course, with those 2 goals for Liverpool. And up front, Rodriguez and Force off Brentford. This is what made up the team of the round from the Carabao Cup. Interesting, 5 of these players scored a 10 on the rating, so probably no surprise, but some really good performances from some of these guys. Let's move on to the draw. Actually, before we move on to the draw, I suppose we should discuss Man United going out to West Ham, which is a real interesting one. I'm sure Man United would have wanted to continue on, but now they're stuck with a lot of their players. A number of these fringe players and squad players not having much football to look forward to now, with an early exit out of the Carabao Cup. Donny van de Beek played last night, kind of flattered to deceive. Greenwood came on, made it a little bit more interesting, but the struggles continue there at Man United. An interesting conundrum for Solskjaer there. Again, some of the naivety coming through from his managing style. But some of the substitutions should have happened much earlier. Tony Martial, why is he even playing? That guy is checked out of Man United without a shadow of a doubt. So I don't know why he's still even playing. And especially with the club saying that he's available and stuff like that, and available to be sold and stuff like that. Well, what's he even doing in the team, Sancho played last night as well, but flattered to deceive, really. So a number of poor performances really around the pitch. Doesn't seem to be wasn't really a pattern of play last night and stuff like that. Just seemed like it was nearly like a going through the motions with a lot of like strikes coming from distance and stuff like that. So big conundrum there for Solskjaer at the moment. You look at the form so far this season, bad result against Southampton where they drew, struggled against Wolves but got over the line, beaten by young boys in the Champions League, struggled against West Ham at the weekend. I mean, West Ham had a gilt edge opportunity to draw that game, Noble missing a penalty in the 9 seconds. And then they move into the Carabao Cup and he made, I think it was 11 changes or something like that he made. and again now out of the Carabao Cup. And this is a season where there can be no more excuses for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's been fully backed in the transfer window without a shadow of a doubt, albeit he'd like a CDM, but he's been totally backed. I mean, Ronaldo back there, Cavani is there, Sancho, Varane, all these players. Now, I know they didn't play last night, but, you know, the manager makes the decision on who he picks to play. And I just think he has to deliver silverware this year. Now, a lot of United fans have come out today saying, well, delivering silverware, it's not really the Carabao Cup, is it? But I mean, in reality, when you look at the league and you look at the Champions League, and we don't know what's going to happen in the FA Cup, obviously, but this would have been their best opportunity, I think, to deliver silverware, the Carabao Cup. So it remains to be seen what happens there. But it looks like going into the future now, United are going to have a couple of midweekers off, and we'll see how that goes. Let's move on. Fourth round draw: Chelsea versus Southampton. Great draw for both teams. Full Premier League tie there. Same with Arsenal versus Leeds. That should be really interesting. Arteta still under pressure going into the North London derby. And also Leeds, Bielsa under serious pressure at the moment. Has had a terrible start to the season. So that should be interesting. Stoke versus Brentford. Really interesting tie in that fourth round. West Ham versus Man City. Interesting to see, can West Ham continue their form that they've been shown, albeit they were very unlucky the other day against Man City. They entertained them down at West Ham's ground. Leicester versus Brighton should be a real interesting one, getting back together again. Rodgers versus Graham Potter, real interesting tie there. Burnley versus Tottenham. Dyche again against Nuno, should be interesting. QPR versus Sunderland. Probably both these teams will be disappointed that they didn't draw a Premier League club, but however we move on. And Liverpool are away to Preston North End. So real interesting fourth round draw there. I suppose if I'm looking at it, I would think sort of Chelsea will get through, Arsenal, Brentford. I'm going to go for West Ham against Man City, even though Man City have like even a fantastic second 11, but I'm going to go for West Ham there at home. I'm going to tip, I think, Brighton to beat Leicester in the Cup. I think Tottenham will beat Burnley. I'm going to go for QPR against Sunderland, and I think Liverpool will beat Preston North End. That's my picks for the fourth round. But this has been your Carabao Cup review. Some brilliant penalty shootouts last night, some really interesting results. But yeah, Ollie again under pressure, trending everywhere last night. Ollie out again. It's amazing the reaction. I mean, it is the Carabao Cup at the end of the day, but Man United fans will see this as being one of 4 potential trophies gone in the very early stages. As always, you know how to contact us. Dynamo Podcast Network on YouTube, the upper tier on Facebook and Instagram, and at the _upper_ tier on Twitter. And you'll also catch us over there with audio versions of the show on Spotify, Podbean, iTunes, wherever you pick the audio version show. Let us know your thoughts in the comments on your team and how it performed, what you think of your team if you're still in the draw. And as always, if you're over there, drop a like on the video as always, and let us know, share and support it through your socials so we can grow the channel. Till next time, thanks.